Hi, this is attorney Jamie Miller from Miller& Miller, and I wanted to take a moment to send out a very important video because at this time, I'm really hearing a lot of frustration and fear from our clients. Many of our clients and many of you are feeling the pressure from high gas prices, from high inflation, from the moratoriums being lifted on foreclosures, on repossessions, on garnishments. And also, many clients are concerned that the moratorium on student loan payments are going to be lifted. And all of this coming together makes it more important than ever for you to contact us at Miller& Miller if you have questions about any debts you're having problems with. And you can reach us at 414-316-3555, and we're happy to do a free consultation to get an understanding of what's going on. But most importantly, I wanted to share something with you that for as little as zero down in certain circumstances, and certainly for as little as $100 down, we're going to provide you all the power that having an attorney represents you can have. And so once you retain our office and once you hire us after we do that free meeting, we're going to within hours schedule a short appointment with you, and we're going to pull your credit report. We're going to thoroughly review the credit report with you and get a complete list of all of your bills. Now, keep in mind, a recent change in the credit reporting situation is that medical providers, healthcare providers, are no longer providing information to the credit bureaus about medical debts that you might have. So when we have our meeting, we're going to go over your credit report with you, but also we're going to listen very carefully to the list of debts that you have that we'll ask that you will provide to us. Once we have that list, we will generate notices that we're going to send out to your creditors. We want to let them know as soon as possible that you have a lawyer, and we're going to send that out to them certified mail. Once we send it out, we're going to follow up with you 10 days later to make sure that after we've sent out these certified notices, that they no longer bother you, that your creditors are leaving you alone. Who do we send the notice to? We're going to send the notice to all of your unsecured creditors. We're going to send it to credit card companies, store credit charges that you might have, collection agencies, law firms, unsecured bank loans, medical bills, payday loans. We're generally not going to send these notices to secured creditors like car or mortgage loans or utility companies. We will send notices to payday loan companies, of course, but essentially we're going to send notices to the creditors and the debts you want to get rid of. We know you probably want to keep your home or your car or items of that nature, so we likely won't send notice to those creditors. And what you need to do once we send notice, we don't want you to answer your creditor calls because we want to get notice to them. And we don't want you to give any information to your creditors about your bankruptcy lawyer at this point. Our notices that we want to get in their hand will specifically let each creditor know that you've hired Miller & Miller, who to contact our firm, and exactly what they should be doing, but most importantly, just to leave you alone. If you happen to answer the phone, it could cause a problem and interfere with our cause of action against them under the TCPA. Now, what is TCPA? So if your creditors continue to bother you after the bankruptcy is filed, we are going to pursue a claim for you either under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act or the Wisconsin Consumer Act, or most likely under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The TCPA, as it's known, places limits on unsolicited, pre-recorded telemarketing calls that are made to your landline or cell, and it's also going to restrict texts that are made to your cell phone. If the creditors continue to call you, text you, and harass you, you have a violation, or you may have a violation of the TCPA. In essence, if they continue to bother you and continue to robocall you, you have a cause of action against them that will result in you getting damages for those TCPA violations. And we're going to actively and aggressively pursue defenses for you on those matters. Now, keep in mind, and we're going to talk about this in our conversation with you when we first meet, retaining our office is not going to stop wage garnishments, not going to prevent lawsuits, it's not going to stop foreclosures or repossessions. So if you're facing one of those situations, we are going to put a strategy in place immediately to help resolve that. If you're still confused and a bit overwhelmed, or you have questions about how TCPA can protect you for as little as $100 down or even zero down, call Miller and Miller today at 414-316-3555. That's 414-316-3555. We can set up a meeting to meet with you as early as today and get you on a path towards great credit and a very bright financial future.